Hello and welcome back to my channel. So we actually went through a really big tumble in the stock market just a couple days ago, and it was about a 800 point tumble in one day. So what we're going to try to uncover here, is it a good idea to invest in some gold stocks to kind of offset some of those other stocks when the stock market kind of does this? Now, I'm not talking about physically buying gold, I'm talking about buying stocks. Stay tuned, we're going to uncover it. Alrighty, so we want to kind of get into this. So the other day we did have that big downturn in the stock market, and everyone knows, everyone kind of freaked out a little bit and sold a lot of their stocks, it looked like, and obviously we lost about 700 to 800 points in a day. Is it a good idea to buy some gold stocks? Gold stocks meaning, I'll go through them in a second, and I'm going to show you what I mean by gold stocks. I have a video out that, I put out maybe 2 or 3 months ago that's basically a gold investing video, and that basically kind of uncovered, should you buy gold? And I'm talking about physical gold that you can actually put like in a safety deposit box. Is that gold, worth buying and to offset some of these type of trends and things like that? And I also went through in that video, the origins of gold, why it's worth so much. The U.S. monetary fund's not based off it anymore, things like that. I went through that, so definitely check out that video. But what I want to talk about today is actually gold stocks, and I'm going to show you the 10 largest gold stocks right today that are basically available to purchase, and they're going to be the 10. It's going to be based off a market cap, and it's going to be the 10 biggest gold stocks you can purchase today, right now in the stock market. And are those stocks going to be a good investment when the market turns sour? Let's go ahead and see what they did, so stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and show you what these stocks did when the market actually dropped that 800 points. And it may give you a little bit of insight. Nothing's an exact science with this kind of stuff. I want to tell you that. There's a lot of things out in life that are never, obviously I'm going to tell you, it's going to kind of look one way that you should have done something when I show you here in a second. Don't always take that, as being the only way it could have went, but it does give you some insight to go ahead and do a little more research on this. It's going to be interesting, so stay tuned. And I'm going to go through the 10 biggest gold, mining stocks that are out there right now, and I'll show you the market cap on them. And then I'm going to show you what they did over time, and I'm going to show you exactly what they did just a couple days ago when the stock market dropped 800 points. Oh yeah, and really quickly, if you can support my channel, I'm going to say it really quickly. I need to get my subscriber base up. I keep making videos a couple a week. Please help me out. Thanks. All right, so let's get into this now. Let's go ahead and look at these stocks. These are the 10 biggest gold mining stocks on major U.S. exchanges. So let's get into here, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit about each of these and kind of show you what they did during this major downturn the other day. So let's kind of talk a little bit about this first of all. So let's look at some of the players here. First one's going to be Newmont Gold Corp, NEM. It's got 32 billion market cap. As you can see, that's the biggest market cap of any gold mining stocks. If you go down, it's going to be anywhere from 32 billion down to about 3.37 billion in market cap, and you can kind of see the spread here. These are a lot bigger up here than the ones down here. But long story short, they all do a lot of the same thing, which is mining, gold mining, and so they obviously have some of their stuff is going to come out of the investments that they make. Did they make a good investment? Are they digging for the right area for the gold? The other things are going to come straight from gold. So obviously, if they get more gold, or if they have a lot of gold and the gold price goes up because the economy's in trouble, a lot of times gold will hedge that. Sometimes the cost of what their net worth goes up at that point, so the stock might go up. So it's not as basically a direct relationship as just buying gold, because they're doing other things. They're mining it, and they have other expenses and things like that. It's not a one-to-one relationship, but just basically with gold. But at the same time, obviously, if gold does go up, then they actually become a lot more popular. This one was the one with the biggest market cap, and so if you look at this, what happened during the stock market. Let me bring that up really quickly. Just recently, let's just go Dow stock, and just so everyone has this in perspective. Just a couple days ago, as you all know, the stock market dropped quite a bit on us. So I think it was on the 5th to the 6th. We dropped quite a bit. I think it went from 26.4 down to 25.6. Long story short, it was about an 800 point difference. close to that. So it did have a huge drop there, and everyone was kind of freaking out during that. So we just had what we call, I think it was the worst of the day of the year for the stock market in 2019. So just put that in perspective. That's the Dow Jones, all right? And it's important to understand that because I'm going to go through during this time period. This is the last 5 days, and if you look at the trend of the stock market, it's going down, 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 down. Obviously, it's coming back up now, but those 5 days prior was going straight down, and everyone was kind of getting upset. So do these gold stocks really hedge that for you? So let's go take a look. So the first stock, which is the biggest market cap. So during August 5th, right here, this is where the downturn happened in the major stock markets. I mean, basically it was all of them, the Dow and the NASDAQ and everything else went down quite a bit, 2 to 3, 4%. Look at this. So this went up. So this day, and then it came down a little bit, but basically it was positive during this day. It was, slightly positive. So, and it's continuing to go up. This is actually a really good one anyway. If you go out to a year and then 5 years, you can take a look at that. It's got also 1.47% dividend. But that's Newmont Gold Corp, right? Let's go ahead here. Let's look at this one. Barrick Gold Corp. Same thing. This is the last 5 days. Here's August 5th. Look what happened. It went up. During the time of turmoil, this stock went up also. And this one's basically headquartered in Toronto, Ontario, and Canada, so it's Canadian, but it has mines all over the world. Again, this is an 8.37 billion market cap, but it went up, and that tells you something, right? It tells you that this one hedged it too. So maybe not as good as gold, but it did hedge it. And I'm going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these 10 stocks that we just talked about, the 10 largest ones. Here is the AEM stock, and what is it? Agnico Eagle Mines Ltd. Again, I've not heard of this stock before, but long story short, I was just looking it up just recently. I can't even pronounce it, but long story short, look what happened on August 5th. It's going up. Stock market's dropping like rocks. This is going up. So this hedged it too. Let's go back into Kirkland Lake Gold Ltd. I know a little bit about this stock because I think this had huge returns over time. Here we are, August 5th. Look what happened. It went up a couple points actually, from 44 to 48. So it's going up, what is that, 8%? I mean, it went up a lot, 8% or something like that. And the stock market's plunging, quite a bit. So this hedged it as well. This stock, though, take a look at this stock. It's really a good stock. Now, granted, the past is never a prediction of the future, but if you look at this stock, this is the one that went up, like over 1,000%. But look at this. In 2016, that's only 3 years ago. This is at $2.08. $2.08. It is now, today, $46.75 with a 0.26%, 0.26% dividend. So it's a small dividend, but still an amazing stock here, a mining stock that's just been going up leaps and bounds. But during this 5-day period where we had that major downturn, it hedged your bet, right? It did a hedge on it. Let's go to KGC. This is Kinross Gold Corporation. Take a look at 5 days. Here's August 5th. It was going up, but that downturn didn't affect it, did it? It went up. I mean, it went from 4.5 to 4.86. This is obviously trading a lot less. I mean, if I go to max here, you can look at this. This one's been kind of all over the place. But during that period of those 5 days, you can see that it did not get affected by that downturn. So let's get into the last two here. One of them is going to be Goldfields Limited, and same thing here, 5 days right here. And here's August 5th where everything happened. And if we look at that, it's went from 5.5 to, let's say 5.96. It hedged it. This company, wow, 18,594 employees, so it's a fairly large, company, obviously. It's headquartered in Johannesburg, South Africa. So obviously you can play the game where some of these stocks are going to be U.S.-based if you're more comfortable with them. Others are going to be, obviously international if you're more comfortable with that. So there's some other things you can do with your diversification of your stocks as well, but just obviously this is one form of diversification by using these gold stocks. And then the final thing is the Dow. And so the Dow here, again, I want to just show you on August 5th what happened. It went from 26,448. It was basically going down this whole time. I mean, the moral of the story is this whole time it's going down, and this is the last 5 days, and all those stocks you saw were going up. So Can you use this as gold? I mean, is this the same thing as gold? It's not really, because it's obviously has a lot more factors. They do other things. They do silver, they do platinum, they do everything else. Some of these companies, they also have a lot more employees they have to worry about. They have buying land. They have real estate investments and things like that. But obviously, if gold goes up, these companies' value should go up just because they own a lot of gold. So at the end of the day, this is what you should take from this. I mean, if you're looking to diversify your portfolio and you want to use it, doing with gold, basically using gold funds or gold stocks, gold mining stocks, mind you, not just straight gold. These are mining stocks. Does it work? Well, we have one example here where it did. And I picked just the 10 largest. I didn't kind of cherry pick them at all. And you see what happens. So again, do your own research, something to learn, but I just wanted to show you. Alrighty, so it's pretty interesting once you saw it, huh? I mean, here we go. We're going to go ahead and look at maybe 6 or 7 of those 10 biggest stocks, and you can see what they did during that downturn in the stock market. So was it really hedging it? Was it really, was that always going to go up when when the stock market went down? You got to take everything, again, with a grain of salt. That's my famous line, but you have to actually look and uncover things. But basically, a lot of these stocks are very different in nature. A lot of them obviously are mining gold or precious metals, silver, things like that. And it does have that effect where if the stock market is having a big problem and there's basically some tension there, the stocks in gold and things like that might go up. In these stocks, though, you're not buying physical gold outright, but with that said, these are companies that highly invest in that, and their net worth goes up during these times as well because gold becomes worth more. So they're kind of going hand in hand, but they're not exactly going hand in hand. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at these. It's not an exact, seesaw where one goes down, one goes up. Some of these stocks were a lot better positioned to go up quite a bit more if the stock market continue to fall. So do your research on this, obviously, before you buy any of these, but it's just something that should open up your eyes. If you're looking for things to kind of diversify your portfolio, and you don't want to physically have gold in your house and things like that because you don't want to have someone come in and rob you or something, these are some good options that you can buy from stocks that are going to have somewhat of an effect like that you think is almost as close as just buying raw gold. So that's the kind of the moral of the video today, and I hope everyone liked it. I make a couple videos a week. I usually make 2 to 3 a week sometimes, and I do them on technology like Macs and things like that, PCs. I do a lot of investing videos, and I do travel. I'm trying to do more travel. So if you can hit the like button and help me out, it would definitely make me continue doing this. Obviously, I need to try to get up past the 1,000 subscriber list. I'm just trying, I've had a lot of videos up there. I think I'm at 400, 300 subscribers right now. So if you can help me out, I would appreciate it. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you liked the video. Bye.